scrivere in italiano. We're going to look at the indefinite articles or articoli indefiniti. Let's take a look at the English language first. English has two forms of the indefinite article, namely a and an. A in front of words that begin with a consonant, and in front of words that begin with a vowel. So here is a tricky question. Why is it that we say then a university and not an university? The first initial is a vowel. Therefore, by this rule, we should use an, not a. It has to do with the fact that the English spelling does not reflect the sounds. The very first sound of university is a yud, and that is so-called a semi-consonant, and it requires the article a. In Italiano, as you probably already guess, Italian has two forms, one for the masculine and one for the feminine. Un maschile, una femminile. But since this is Italian, there are a couple of complications. Un is used in front of words that begin with consonant or vowel. So that should cover the entire vocabulary of masculine words. However, esempio, bambino, we always use that word, begins with a consonant and with the vowel uomo. However, I was saying, when a masculine word begins with S followed by a consonant, like in the word studente, or if it begins with a Z, then we use uno only and exclusively to facilitate the pronunciation. And that's become a grammatical rule. But the purpose of uno is purely, as we call it, euphonic, good sound. So it will be uno studente, because studente begins with S followed by T, which is another consonant. Therefore, uno studente. With Z, same thing, good sound, uno zero rather than un zero. Now we take a look at the feminine form. The basic feminine form is una, and it is used in front of all words that begin with a consonant. When a word begins with the vowel, we are going to see a phenomenon that we've seen before, namely, una becomes un with the apostrophe. We saw it with dove as an example, and here it is again, una in front of a word that begins with vowel becomes un. Therefore, we are going to have un'idea. It is not wrong to write una idea because grammatically it is correct. The apostrophe is an option that you have. So you can, when you write, you can decide to use it or not. However, when you pronounce, it is rather normal to pronounce un'idea instead of una idea. And un'idea is written un apostrophe idea. And now an important announcement before we recapitulate. The indefinite article is only singular. There is no plural. So to recapitulate, un, uno are the forms of the masculine. Una and un with the apostrophe are the forms of the feminine article.